Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today we're going to be talking about something interesting from Barnes and Thornburg. It's written by David Przybylski, and it's an interesting article about labor union participation and growth. Labor is making big gains in retail and service sectors, and I have a couple theories why. I want to talk about it, and I want to talk about what's going on. But we'll start off. David writes that labor union participation is dropping to all-time lows on a percentage basis, but there has been some big gains, especially in areas of retail and service. I and obviously Starbucks is kind of going crazy. Nearly 300 Starbucks locations have voted in unions since 2021, since December 2021. That's pretty big. I I want to note two things. One, these are also areas where it's been difficult staffing because they've been typically low wage and they've typically been burning people out. And so I hypothesize that a lot of this gains have come from businesses not spending an appropriate amount of money on their employees. And as a result, employees are leaving. The remaining employees are getting angry with the amount of work and the poor quality of work environment, and as a result, they're getting kind of pushed out. So that's a rough one. That really is, and it looks like there's a lot of growth. I would also presuppose or sorry propose rather that the 300 Starbucks locations, and I'd have to go back and look at the map, but a lot of them are in politically left wing states, and many of Starbucks locations are populated with sort of more left wing employees. And so it's a situation where I think that is almost a political action rather than necessarily a statement about their work habits or the situation surrounding their work. And that is, that's really interesting. I think it's an interesting struggle because, again, it's not so much about the work. Starbucks employees, non union, are, relatively well paid for their profession and have pretty good benefits for their profession. And yet unions are coming in left and right. And one thing that this notes also is that union density is falling, which is actually a really important concept that I want to just briefly highlight. Union density is the idea that the amount of unions that are in one single town or one single area uh, makes you predisposed to more unions. So I lived in a really small town for a while, about 3,000 people, and there were all told there were five. No, sorry, there were six unions in that small town. Just crazy, and that's because unions beget more unions, and so and then the political environment that uh, is created to you know both maintain the union membership as well as make more. And so as a result, union density is really important. I mean, it, retail and service center are notching labor wins. They absolutely are. But with union density falling, it's a really important concept that a lot of people are not familiar with, and they really should be. That's why you have things like the Rust Belt and the union density there as opposed to other areas. But moving on, unions quadrupled their election win totals at companies in the service industry compared to previous years. That's a big one. SEIU increased their membership significantly. The SEIU is the Service Employees International Union. And, it's a really big union. It's the key one. I think it's the biggest. And as this one notes, it often represents workforces in the service industry, such as janitorial unions, etc. Furthermore, the UFCW, the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, which is that grocery stores grew stronger and doubled their election win totals. Now, the other thing that I would be curious in is doubling election win totals in 2022. 2021 was still very much a COVID year. I wonder if there was a lot of electioneering at all. And so I wonder exactly what this means. But there was some growth there. And that's partially also as a result of staffing levels going up. But in addition, the Biden administration has increased protections for the unions. We've talked about it many times on this channel, and that will lead to greater union wins. So what have you seen in your workplace? What have you seen out there? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.